Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and, well, filth and garbage. Yeah, that's what Dan Bongino is talking about, and he pulled no punches here. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that link or that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. When you get there, please hit subscribe, absolutely free. It really helps us out. You know, Dan Bongino, who I think should be the head of the CIA, and who I've had many a friendly conversation with, he's a great guy. He's not a yeller and a screamer. He's not an angry person. But when you start talking about this stuff, because neither am I, when you start talking about this stuff, though, we get angry. You know, I have other friends in the media, and when we start talking about this stuff privately to each other, we get angry. We're pretty happy-go-lucky people most of the time. But when you realize the scam that has been pulled on yourself and your family and your fellow Americans for decades and decades and decades and decades, you get angry. And when you realize all the players involved, it's not just the Democrat Party, it's not just the deep state, but the media. The media is part of the deep state, too. They were supposed to be the fourth estate. Now they're the deep estate. And all they do is cover the tracks of the deep state. They make up lies and propaganda and they spread it. And then you come to people like me, to people like Dan Bongino, people like Charlie Kirk, other people, Benny Thompson, Ben Shapiro. These people like us, who will tell you the truth. Because how do we get paid, right? How do we make our money? We make our money by you watching, right? We're not paid by corporate sponsors. We're not paid by shills. I'm not here selling you vitamins. We're paid because I'm paid because I tell you the truth. Because you keep coming back here to hear the truth. Because I'm not going to lie to you. There's no benefit in lying to you. Just on a purely personal profit margin position, there's literally no benefit for me to lie to you, right? Because you'd stop coming here. In 2016, when people started to know who I was, it was because I was the first person to call the election for Trump on election night. When I looked at all the stats and I said, the media is lying to you. I can look at this. I have the same information they have. He's already won. And I said that about 5 hours before they did. But I knew he had already won. And people were like, whoa, wait a second. Let's listen to this guy. And that was cool. And this year, when I called every state 100% accurately in my prediction map, it's not because... And in 2020, when I said I don't think Trump's going to win it, I say these things because I know something, and I'm not going to lie to you and blow smoke and tell you what you want to hear so that you come back and you follow me. Dan Bongino, he's the same way. He's going to tell you the truth. Sometimes it's not what you want to hear, but Dan is going to tell it because that's what he does. Because how does he make his money? You watching, me watching. That's how he gets paid, right? So he has to keep his credibility. I have to keep my credibility. Shapiro, Johnson, all these people, Kirk, got to keep our credibility with you guys. And that's why the alternative media is beating the pants off the mainstream media by every single metric. And that being said, Dan Bongino played a montage from our friends at Grabian, great news organization, put together a montage of mainstream media people lying and covering for Joe Biden, when he clearly lied about pardoning his son Hunter. And then Dan let him have it. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
Here's a hat tip, Tom Elliott over at Grabian, great site. Here is a compilation, by the way. I told you this was a media story of the media filth and garbage that have protected this crime family at your expense for decades now. Pretending these people were above it. Oh, look how gregarious and morally upstanding Joe Biden is. He's not going to pardon his son. Go back and look at my show. I am not wasting your freaking time. I told you there is zero chance Hunter Biden doesn't get a pardon because they've got to protect dad no matter what. And now it's happened. You listen to these media idiots, they're wrong again. Their batting average is 0. We're hitting 1,000. Check this out.
Presidential promise to put the law before a family.
I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that. and I will not pardon him.
letting the world know that he will not wipe away the decision of 12 of his son's peers.
Was asked directly, and he has said he wouldn't pardon his son if he gets convicted.
Let's wait and see what happens if he loses.
Yeah, but he said it.
He's going to get pardoned by his dad. There's no question about that.
The president has ruled out pardoning his son.
Major commitment from the president, accepting the outcome of the trial and also pledging not to pardon his son.
So the challenge for him is really to continue to live up to his values when it was really personal, and he did that today.
It seems like a pretty normal, straightforward answer, but it takes new weight when we see what Trump is saying about the outcome of his trial, what we're hearing from other Republicans who say they don't accept the jury's verdict here in New York.
The contrast is profound. To sit there and say, well, I'm not going to intervene in the legal process, and I wouldn't pardon my son. One side, Democrats and Joe Biden protecting the justice system. And on the other, Republicans and Trump protecting Trump.
Oh my gosh, how much more can you liberal idiots take?